Hello, my friends, and welcome back. It seems like the global elites are going to have their annual meeting at Davos. So they will have their little party where they can schedule our future and set our children's future. So after all this pandemic, they finally get together again, and they will determine how we will live our lives. So this is an article from the Associated Press from May 18, 2022, and this is the title. Davos returns from pandemic with Ukraine, climate in mind. So Ukraine and the climate in mind. These are the main subjects, it seems. So after 2.5 years of coronavirus pandemic, the Swiss town of Davos is set to again host global elites from business, government, and activist groups for the World Economic Forum. Great, Mr. Schwab. Russia's war in Ukraine and climate change worries are expected to be on the main minds of the event starting Monday as concern over the pandemic ebbs. So Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky plans to pipe in virtually, so he's going to show up over there too, not as an elite, but a, um, a a symbol of something that these guys right now are holding dear. So the biggest delegation of two Ukrainian government of top Ukrainian government officials to leave the country since the war started are set to attend Davos in person, organizers say. Oh, that's unbelievable. That's good. In the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, forum hosts invited no Russian officials or business leaders this year. No shit. Yes, of course. And I'm quoting, I'm positive that that was the right decision, end quote. Forum President Borj Brand said during a news conference, and I'm quoting again, we do hope, though, that Russia will follow a different path, the path that we like, that is, in the years to come, to start to stick to the UN Charter and to their international obligations. Yeah, I think that too. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, U.S. climate envoy John Kerry, he's going to fly some private jets over there, right? All of these guys. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen are among the event headliners. More than 2,500 participants from business, civil society, media, and government are expected to attend, including more than 50 heads of state and governments. Wow. So, organizers of the meeting, which usually takes place in Davos each January, hope to catapult out of pandemic that repeatedly thwarted their hope of holding the events. Poor people, they couldn't have those events. The last one took place in 2020. Oh, as the pandemic was emerging, and then U.S. President Donald Trump attended. Ooh, that was interesting when he attended there. He was accepted for one attendance, but it's okay. It's okay. Zelensky will attend too, so Trump equals Zelensky, right? Oh my. So under the theme History and the Turning Point, the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos this year will be the most timely and consequential annual meeting since the creation of the forum over 50 years ago. Forum founder Mr. Klaus Schwab said, he said, and I'm quoting, our first thoughts are with the war in Ukraine. Russia's aggression on the country will be seen in further history book as a breakdown of the post-war World II and post-Cold War order. And that's going to be your problem, Mr. Schwab, because this is going to shake your little world and your organization. You have your little clique over there. That's fine. A lot of people are how do you call it, groomed. They have certain organizations, side organizations, that then they are uh, pushed into certain positions. From what I read, some of these individuals who were part of this organization were now Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. I think Mr. Macron as well, and many other ones who were part of this club, this like a I don't want to call it Hitler Youth, but like a youth group that from which you're gonna invest in, and you're gonna create the certain channels, the right channels, so they are in certain positions. So nevertheless, they're going back there. They have open meetings. Some of them you can watch them. You can see what people say. Um, I personally think that this is a um, is I don't think it's a good thing. That's my assessment of this, and I don't want to go into making a parallel between this being right in the open versus the Hilderberg group. Hilderberg group is different because it's more how do you call it, private. This is a little bit more public, even though I'm pretty sure there's some conversations and contacts among the participants that are not public, and they will never be public. Hilderberg is just different. Nevertheless, they try to form, I think this Schwab, he tries to, get together to a, this is the guy who said, you're not gonna you're not gonna own anything, but you will be happy, among others, or the reset, or something like that, the great reset, um, which kind of meant we're gonna have a new world order, but that probably will be only for half of the world, since the Russians and the Chinese have a different take on this now. And as I think that a second club is in creation, which is Russia, China, India, possibly India, Brazil, and others, South Africa, and other little countries that would like to. They were too frustrated with the big club's style of leadership, which was do what I say, otherwise blackmail and threats, and then a little regime change if those don't work after I sanction you, unless you have atomic bombs or nuclear bombs like North Korea, and then they can't really touch you, because you're gonna start stinking. So they don't like the smell. So that's why they don't want to touch North Korea, because what can they do? Nothing. They just impose sanctions like they imposed on Cuba, and so be it. From there, God knows. So everybody be happy. Davos is not dead. They will set the agenda for us and for our children for years to come. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and watch those meetings.